Yeah, we bring reviews of your house, talk to our dudes of your house. I bring my views of your house, wrestling truths of your house. We talk to you in your house, we keeps it cool in your house, we keeps it cool in your house. I'm spitting truths in your house. Yeah. Mark's hating on his fans, Becky Nish on the man. Play with two like a lion, household a dangerous alliance. I am a nightmare like Cody, and I'm overcoming like Kobe. No, they cannot hold me. Come listen, I'm hosting, critiquing, I'm boasting. This wrestling I'm knowing.
Podcasts these days. My name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're listening to the In Your House podcast. This is Austin Theory of Evolve, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast. This is AEW's Darby Allin, and you're listening to the In Your House podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House and my man Michael Hutchison. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Podcast. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys Khan and Hutch, ready to give you that work. When it comes to this professional wrestling business, that is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And guys, you already know what it is. Last time that I checked, In Your House was the hottest professional wrestling podcast in the Midwest. Untouchable, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. It's Teflon Khan and Can't Touch Hutch, back in the building, ready to bring you that work, round the clock. You guys already know what it is. I got my man Hutch in the building. How you doing, bro?
Doing fantastic, man. Doing fantastic, except for one thing, man. For one thing. Had a rough start. I'm going to share this story with you, everybody else on the show, with us tonight, and the household. I took a bump this morning, fellas. I took a bump this morning.
Whoa.
I woke up thinking, because all my days been running together, because my adult job and all that, my mark job, whatever you want to call it. I thought I had to work today, and I woke up thinking I was late.
Oh, no.
And doing this, for whatever reason, as I was stumbling out of bed, in the midst of said panic, I proceeded to bash my left foot on the rail of the bed.
Oh.
And the rail did not sell for me for shit.
Oh, the pain.
The pain, yes. I've been gimping. I've been good footing gimping around the house ever since. Been thinking about putting in my application at the IHOP because my foot's fucked up.
Oh man, that is not a good way to start a Sunday morning.
No, it's not good. So you know what? It made me feel a little bit less guilty sitting around on my ass all day playing Super Mario Maker 2. So yeah, it's been an all right day, and it's great to be on the show, man. It's great to be back.
Oh man,
ready to talk all things, all brands, professional wrestling.
Big facts, huge facts, bro. And we got a heavy episode today. We've constructed this episode over the weekend, just ready to put out some quality content for the household. And of course, when we put out episodes like this, Hutch, we can't do it alone, bro.
No, man, we can do it. It's just the subject. It's just too heavy. Too heavy.
Yes.
So we had to bring in more of the soldiers, as it were.
Absolutely, absolutely. So who we brought in is, of course, some very familiar voices to the In Your House show, and that's the executive producer of In Your House and executive producer of Household Entertainment, and that is Dox. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I was doing perfectly fine, my man, until my boy Hutch starts shitting on my shoot job.
Bro, that was not a shit. I was not boo booing on the IHOP. I love the IHOP. I love the IHOP, and you are magnificent. Anybody, if you're in the area and you go to the IHOP, ask for Dox.
Yeah, he's good.
He will take care of you, and he will do you right, and the food tastes like happy. Is that good, bro? Are we good?
Oh yeah, we're cool now. As long as you put me over, we're always good.
Oh, I know, man. I know your engine runs on props, homie. I got you.
Of course,
Hell yeah.
Of course. And of course, we're excited to have Dox back on. Didn't have him for a little bit, but happy to have him back. And time for the sophomore situation here. This is round 2 for the social media manager, the digital deity of the underground, and that is the Black Adonis, Majin Messiah. How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Glad to be back.
Oh, it's good to have you back. Always good to have you back. Of course, he's straight killing it when it comes to the social media side of things for In Your House. Check it out. 20,000 strong on the Facebook page. That's a lot of that. A lot of that has to do with Majin. So check out all the quality content that he's putting out there. On his various social medias, but today we had a couple things that we wanted to talk about, and when the household listens to this, it's gonna be 6 a.m. Monday morning. So start that week off. I know you guys are sad. It's Monday. Boo. I know. I got the same thing going on. But as you're driving to work or driving the kids to school, go ahead and put In Your House in your ears for all things professional wrestling. And when they listen to this, since it will be Monday, I can say tonight, and it will be tonight, the King of the Ring tournament starts, and I've kind of been just gauging on how people are reacting to this, and I gotta tell you, man, the King of the Ring tournament, the return of the King of the Ring tournament, has a lot of fans excited. It looks like it's gonna be an actual solid tournament this time around, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I've tumbled down the comment threads, as terrifying and sad and depressing as that could possibly be at times. No, man, It's actually a lot of good vibes, man. And I think part of that is due to the caliber of talent that's involved in it.
Oh, yeah.
And, and people kind of like me is kind of a sucker for a good tournament. And King of the Ring's always kind of been there in WWE for a while. So anytime it pops back up, I know I get excited. I'm cool with it. And again, I love a lot of the talent there, as do a lot of the other people. So, yeah, I can see why they're with it, and so am I.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. And so basically, since that tournament is going down, and us here at In Your House, we've said it on several different platforms that we absolutely love tournaments, and we can show you, and we will show you how well that we can cover a tournament. So it's going to be super interesting. I know that, Majin, you had already put your bracket out, you filled it out, completed it, put it out on the In Your House Facebook page. How are you feeling about this tournament, man, and how are you feeling about your pick?
I hope it goes exactly how I filled my bracket out, because if it goes any other way, I'm probably going to be done with the WWE for a while once again.
Well, damn. Well, damn. They got to bring them back then. They better go exactly how it needs to go. But I had mine done, and I had it a little bit different. So would you have any issues if McIntyre won it?
Considering the way he's been booked recently, no, not really. Because I honestly wouldn't mind Drew or Corbin winning it, to be honest.
Okay. See, I just want somebody to be made from this. I know Hutch has said it, and I agree with it every single time he said it. I just want people to be made from the tournament, and it's not. And in my opinion, it's not just one match. I don't think the finals just make somebody. Like, there could be an opening round tournament that totally blows your mind and changes your perspective on a talent if it's a really good match. Look what just happened with Buddy Murphy, who turned a lot of heads. You know, you can have that in an opening round tournament, second round, you can have it in the finals. Even somebody who's losing in the finals can be made out of the tournament, and you can still make the person who wins. This is a good opportunity to do something that we've said that WWE isn't good at, and that's make stars. And this is a perfect opportunity. So I'm going to throw it to Dox. Dox, if you've seen everything going on with the King of the Ring tournament, what do you think? How do you feel about the chances of WWE making stars from this situation? Not just the winner, but multiple stars.
Oh, I think the possibility is real great. I think that there's someone interrupting my call. But B, I think the lineup looks real good. And like you said, there's so many opportunities, not a one-match show. You got guys in there like Ricochet, Cesaro, who's on a bit of a renaissance right now. I believe Buddy Murphy's in the tournament, isn't he?
He is.
And there's just so much young talent in here, and whoever wins doesn't have to be the only one being made, like you said. Like, there is so much potential here, and I think this could set up at least a good 4 months of quality stories that we can get out of this tournament.
I agree with that. I think that's a really good point, is that stories can be made out of this tournament. And people, I remember, I forget who it was, so I want to give the person the right credit, but it was one of the podcasts I listened to from somebody that was in the business, and at some point, from what I understood, is Vince just was out on tournaments, completely out on tournaments, done with tournaments, because he said it was the easy way out, and it wasn't good for telling stories. And man, as much as Vince has gotten right in his long, tenure with professional wrestling, I think he got that one way wrong, because just tournaments are a good way if you want to ramp up somebody, if you want to put some matches together that maybe otherwise wouldn't have happened. Make it happen in a tournament. I think that tournaments are great opportunities to build stories, to build stars, to build different things. This is a good opportunity, and I think it's great that the King of the Ring tournament is back, and I'm super excited because tournaments are hot in professional wrestling once again. In your house, who would have thunk it? We have our finger on the pulse. We are on the cutting edge of professional wrestling, so definitely get on or get gone within your house. So looking at some of the matches that are going down this Monday night and Tuesday night on Raw and SmackDown, let's go ahead and break down. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to do a In Your House King of the Ring bracket breakdown, where we will break down the matches that have been announced. And we're going to start with this one. And this first match, this is going to be a doozy right here, and I'm super excited for it. Cesaro versus Samoa Joe. First, I'm going to give it to Hutch here. What are you thinking about this opening round match of Cesaro versus Samoa Joe? First round, Monday Night Raw, going down.
Well, first off, I'm a fan of both guys. I'm not a fan of how they book both guys.
Right.
But I also hope they give them time, because as we know, both of these, Cesaro and Joe, they can give us a classic, basically without breaking a sweat.
Thanks.
So, but as far as who's going to win in advance, I think I'm going to have to go with Cesaro on that.
Cesaro, okay.
And it's probably going to be a result of Joe getting rolled up. So that's how it goes.
I don't completely disagree with you, bro. I hope it's not the roll-up. Me personally, I'm hoping for Cesaro to win, but stay away from that damn roll-up.
Yeah, and I'm kind of somewhat joking with that. In all seriousness, it'll probably be a competitive match, because I really think they're going to want to come out of the gate, having all competitive matches to portray this as a competitive tournament, as it should be.
Yes.
So I kind of hope there's not going to be a lot of hijinks and chicanery, as it were. So, yeah, I think this will be a very competitive match. It'll probably go a good 15, 20 minutes, and, with Cesaro going over.
I agree with that. I think it has potential to be a match that will grab people's attention and say, hey, okay, this is a tournament we have to take seriously. I mean, look at all these different promotions that are putting tournaments together. I mean, the G1, you know, you have other tournaments and other promotions. The Young Gun tournament that's going down in Indianapolis, that's something to check out. Also, you have the Top Prospect tournament and the Ring of Honor tournaments are back. They're back. So, of course, the biggest, the what is perceived to be the biggest top dog, end all be all promotion has got to. They need to be the first ones doing this. Don't wait for the indies to do it to think this is a good idea to do it. But that's what happened, and now there's going to be a lot of genuine interest in this tournament. So I'm going to throw it over to Dox here. What are you thinking, man? Cesaro and Samoa Joe, opening round of the King of the Ring tournament, going down Monday Night Raw. What are you thinking about this match?
I'm hyped for it. I'm so hyped for it because it's two great competitors. You got, like Hutch said, people I'm huge fans of, but are not really a fan of how they've been used. And because of that, a little bit of a dynamic there, I feel like this one, to be honest, one of the hardest ones for me to call, because both men are incredibly talented and everyone knows that, and both men have been used really well and really not well at their own given times. So if I were to make a guess, it'd pretty much just be a leap of faith. I'm pulling for Cesaro because I feel like Joe doesn't really need it as much.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot easier to make him a credible threat than it is to build and destroy Cesaro a million times. But the match is going to be a hot start to a hot tournament, and I feel like they put their stock in a very reliable duo of people there to really kick this off with a bang.
I agree with that. I agree with that. That's a very good point. That I think that these two guys are definitely going to set the groundwork for this tournament. What these two do, the match that these two gentlemen have, is going to be super, super important because it's going to let you know what kind of tournament that this is going to be, in my opinion. You give them 15, 20 minutes to really just tear it up, I think that you're going to get people interested. I really think that the first couple of nights of this tournament, you got to let these guys have blowout matches, most definitely, to pique people's interest. I'm going to throw it over to Majin over here. Cesaro, Samoa Joe, going down Monday Night Raw. What are you thinking about this match, bro?
I'm actually excited for this match because if my memory serves me right, it's the first time they're ever fighting each other.
Oh, wow.
So that's something I'm excited about. And it's also the type of that they have the type of dynamic where it could be a 5-minute squash for Cesaro or for Joe, or it could be a 30-minute slobber knocker. So I'm really excited for this one.
I agree with that, man. I think that these two guys are going to tear it up. I think it's gonna be a fun match. And once again, I stand by what I say. I think that this match is going to set the groundwork for this tournament. I think that they have to have a good match because if you're gonna keep the prestige of the King of the Ring tournament, I mean, come on, you have all kinds of different tournaments that are considered to be prestigious, you know, such as the G1. I mean, that's a tournament that, I mean, my goodness, they put it in blocks. It's so big, so long, and at the end of it, it results in a number one contenders match at Wrestle Kingdom. So you have to have that type of prestige on it. Put that type of drip on the King of the Ring tournament. Like, I feel like if you wanna do it like this, help it make Survivor Series feel important. Maybe whoever wins the tournament gets a shot at the WWE or Universal Championship at Survivor Series. Then boom, you have a huge Survivor Series match to sell. I think that's a great idea. That's just my personal opinion.
I have another idea on that.
What's
take
that?
the King of the Ring winner and make them number 30 for the Royal Rumble.
Ooh.
Oh, that would actually give even more meaning to winning the tournament. I'm with it.
I like it. I really like that, Majin. Great idea by the digital deity of the underground.
And with it being King of the Ring and the Royal Rumble, that really just writes itself. Like,
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
we better be afraid that they're going to take Majin from us and just hire him.
I know, right? Jeez, that's such a good freaking idea.
Don't
Don't worry, I'll bring you guys with me.
How ironic would that be? Of all of us that go to WWE, it's going to be Majin.
I'd be like, what?
Adonis would be so pissed.
Oh, he'd be hot. He'd be hot, bro. He'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, they should have. Oh, New Japan should have got him so they can feed him rice. Oh, God. Shout out to Adonis. So, absolutely. Cesaro and Samoa Joe, I think that's going to be a good opening round match. Most definitely. I'm excited for that. Going on to the next match, this is another interesting one right here. I think this one's going to be one of those high-flying ones. I think that you got to let these two go. You got to let these two just straight go. And the two that I'm talking about is Cedric Alexander and Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn has really developed into a character that I dig. He's kind of doing his own thing with pointing fingers back at the audience and stuff like that. I like what he's doing, but let's not forget how masterful he is in the ring. So I'm going to throw it over to Hutch now, man. What's your interest level on Cedric Alexander going up against Sami Zayn in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament?
I'm with it as far as an in-ring standpoint.
Yeah.
They've kind of tried to been doing, WWE's kind of been trying to do a little bit of something with Cedric Alexander lately. And,
yeah.
And they've been having Sami Zayn, or, Vince McMahon speak through Sami Zayn lately.
Yeah.
Pretty much since Sami Zayn's been coming out, being an asshole. So, yeah, I mean, I can't say my interest level in this match in and of itself is really all that high.
Right.
But it's good. It'll be good. Again, if they give it time, it'll be good because both competitors are great. And as far as who's going to advance, I'm going to say Cedric Alexander.
Oh,
because
okay.
Solely for the reason that again they have kind of tried to give him a little bit of something, and they can even probably tie this into it. The whole King Alexander has a nice ring to it. So he'll advance, and yeah. It'll probably give him a good 15, 20-minute match, and it'll be good. But, yeah, I think Cedric will go over on that.
Okay, so you're saying Cedric Alexander's going over in that match. I think it's going to be an interesting match. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to watch all matches of the tournament. That one is definitely not one that just grabs my attention. I'm like, oh, I have to see that one. But once again, I literally just said that I'm going to watch every match on the, during the tournament. But as far as looking at the bracket, and I have the bracket right here in front of me, it's not as high as other matches. So I'm going to throw it over to Dox Lee here, my man Dox. What are you thinking, man? What are you thinking about this match? Cedric Alexander going up against Sami Zayn, Monday Night Raw, the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Break it down for me, brother.
Well, you see, I think this is going to be one of those matches that could be a sleeper hit. Like, I don't have a lot of investment in it going forward. I love Sami Zayn's new shtick, what he's doing, like you said, throwing it back at the fans. And Cedric Alexander is an amazing talent. The only issue is he's one of those guys who the WWE builds up for a little bit and then drops the ball on time and time again. Just look at Uha Nation, or what's his smiley ass called now, Apollo Crews.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, if you would have told me back in the day that back in his PWG days that's where Uha Nation would be now, I'd say you were crazy. And Cedric Alexander would have been the same thing coming off of 205 Live, but they just keep dropping it with him and just bring him back for a bit. So I see Sami Zayn going over, and since they're both immensely talented in the ring, it's going to be a good match. This is going to be like the glory days of Ring of Honor style match if they give it time. It's going to be phenomenal, but there's just not a whole lot of investment I have in really any storyline implications that may or may not come from this are going to be minimal at best.
I agree with that. I definitely don't disagree with that. I think the match is going to be good itself. I think it's going to have to be one of those matches that kind of hooks you as it goes, kind of like what Roman Reigns and Buddy Murphy did with me last week on SmackDown when I was like, oh, Buddy Murphy's going to get squashed, and then the match kept progressing, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for this. So hopefully that is what happens with this match, especially with it being the King of the Ring tournament. Like I said, you have to put that type of drip on this tournament, that prestigious drip. every match has to mean something. So I'm going to throw it over to Majin here, and that is Cedric Alexander going up against Sami Zayn, King of the Ring Tournament, Monday Night Raw. What are you thinking about this match? Where is your interest level, man?
My interest level is actually pretty high on this one because of the 8 opening matches. I feel this could be the 3rd best one.
Okay.
Because like you guys already said, it's kind of a sleeper match. No one really paying attention.
Yeah.
But when you look at who Sami Zayn is and what Cedric Alexander has already done, especially in so far, these two probably will wake the crowd up for the rest of the show, and the rest of the show might be boring because they've done too much to wow the crowd.
Oh, good point.
That's how I feel that match is going to go down.
I could see it. I could see it. That's fair. That's more than fair, man. That's more than fair. Because I could see that happening. That's definitely one of those sleeper. That's definitely one of those sleeper picks. Like I said, my interest level in it isn't incredibly high compared to other matches, but that doesn't mean that it can't hook me. I'm going to go into this tournament. Listen, I know that all of us in some way, shape, or form look at WWE with a negative connotation for good reason. For good reason. I'm not saying that it's not a good reason, but for this tournament specifically, I'm going to keep an open mind and an open heart, and I'm going to check this thing out. I think that Cedric Alexander and Sami Zayn are going to go out there, and I think that they're going to have a good match. I want to care about this match. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't. I want to care about this match. I do believe it was Dox. Yeah, it was Dox who said this has potential to show you the Ring of Honor glory days. Cedric Alexander, Sami Zayn going one-on-one against each other and just let them go and just have a match. And I'm here for it. I'm incredibly here for it. I'm excited for it. You got to let these two go. It is a potential show-stealing match if you let these guys go, and it will help put prestige on the King of the Ring tournament. And if this tournament goes the way I'm hoping it goes, bring it back once a year. Do it every year. We got to have it. Most definitely. So I'm here for it. I think that everybody else is here for it as far as this match. The interest level is low, but there's enough interest in the match to keep my attention, to make me wonder who's going to come out of this match. My opinion of who's going to come out of this match is Sami Zayn. I think it's going to be Sami. I think Sami has more going for him right now. I think that him moving forward makes the most sense right now. Cedric Alexander, I'd love to see him get a victory, but if he wins, I'm not sure how far they're going to let him go in this tournament. We will see. Time's definitely going to tell on that, but it has my attention. Moving right along to SmackDown. Now we're going to talk about the 2 matches for SmackDown, and we're going to start with this one. We're going to start with Kevin Owens going up against Elias, the new 24/7 champion, as they go up against each other on SmackDown for the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Hutch, how are you feeling about this match?
Well, if you guys have been paying attention, which I'm sure you have, and if the household's been paying attention, which you guys better be,
that's right.
The hijinks and chicanery that I alluded to that's not going to be in the tournament, all of that is going to come back in this match.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think so, too.
Between Kevin Owens and Shane Mega Neck McMahon probably making an appearance. You know, rocking a turtleneck that's trying way too fucking hard.
He's stretching it, bro.
Stretching it. You just hear him when he comes out. You just hear the turtleneck going, because he can barely fucking take it. And then, you got Elias, and, I'm sure R-Truth's going to come out with his 24/7 thing and all that. So, yeah. And once the dust settles and the smoke clears, I think Kevin Owens is probably going to advance in this.
Wait, do you think the match is going to be a pretty good match?
It's going to be it'll be something. I don't think they're going to give it the time to be, really a match. Because again, I think there's going to be a whole bunch of, silliness that probably happens with this.
Yeah.
But again, it'll end with Kevin Owens advancing. And it'll probably end with a pinfall. Well, I don't know if they'll actually end it with a pinfall. It'll probably end with some kind of silly disqualification thing, typical WWE fare. Sure. And yeah, and somehow, some way, Kevin Owens will advance. But yeah,
Stunner.
and they probably, yeah.
Man, I'm not sure how I feel about him in the stunner. It's still something I'm really not used to.
It's
Maybe
not
I'll get
working
used to it.
with me yet.
It's not
quite
connecting with me.
working with me.
Yeah, it's
I
not. It's not
mean-
connecting with me, bro.
Yeah, like now, like the whole mandible claw with Bray Wyatt, that fits.
Makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
That makes sense. But this is just kind of feels tacked on to me. So
Yeah.
I'm not with it yet. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll definitely see how it goes, no doubt, absolutely. So I'm gonna move it on to Doxley Special 98. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about this match? And that is Kevin Owens going up against Elias in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament on SmackDown Live. What are you thinking, bro?
I'm thinking Hutch is right on point for the most part. I see this a lot more being a segment than an actual match. I see a dusty finish happening. I see if he's still got the 24/7 title, I see a bunch of hijinks and chicanery coming around with that. But I do think Owens is moving along. This just feels like an addition to build up a segment for the Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon, who I didn't really notice until y'all just talked about it, that like his neck is getting up there with like fucking Corey Taylor from Slipknot.
Yo,
like,
what's up
as the
with
two
his
thickest
fucking
necks
neck?
in entertainment.
What's up with Shane's fucking neck? Like, what the hell is going on with, like, all of a sudden you just had a fat ass neck. Like, I want to smack the back of his neck.
Well,
Yeah, right.
I mean, you'd have to do that in sections. I
Trying to swallow his own ego.
mean,
What would you say? Hold on. What would you say, Majin?
That he tried to swallow his own ego.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
Hot damn.
But yeah, like I think it's going to be entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be short, sweet, and yeah, I feel like it's more to progress that story than it is to really add a lot to the tournament. I feel like this match feels like it's the most far removed of the first 8 opening matches, and again, I just feel like they're just trying to build on a storyline that I'm not super into at the moment.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's a little bit where I'm at. My interest level on this one isn't that high. And man, I just said that about Sami Zayn versus Cedric Alexander, and then I kind of talked myself into wanting to see that match. But this is the one that's really not doing it for me personally. But it's not my turn. It's Majin's turn. So how do you feel about this match? Kevin Owens, Elias, SmackDown Live, the first round of the King of the Ring tournament.
Well, first off, I personally think Elias is going to win this round.
Yeah.
But like everybody else, I'm just not into this just because of all the extra stuff surrounding the match. It's not going to be a match.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think we have to spend too much time on that just because I think we all kind of feel the same. I mean, just hearing everybody, we all kind of feel the same. So there's really not a need to really cover it too much because I just don't think the match is going to be that good. I think it's there to advance storylines. I think Owens is going to advance. I think he's going to overcome and advance, but we'll see how it goes. But once again, not a whole lot of interest on this one. I think it's just going to be them adding the storylines.
Wait, real quick. Majin, didn't you have Owens winning the whole damn thing, and you just said that Elias is going to win?
No, Cesaro.
No,
He had
that's
Cesaro.
Oh, Cesaro. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, he had Cesaro. Yeah.
My brain did a thing, and I was like, wait a second.
No,
All right,
it's good,
cool.
bro.
We're good.
Yep, it's all good. Yeah, he has Cesaro winning the whole thing, so yeah, you're all good there. But yeah, as far as that specific match goes, it feels like we're all in the same boat as far as that one goes. So let's move right along. And this match, I'll say this match is interesting, and I like it. And I actually, personally, I have high hopes for it. But we're going to talk to Hutch about it, and that is Apollo Crews going up against Andrade on Tuesday Night SmackDown Live for the King of the Ring tournament. What are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking about that match?
I think this match will be really, really good, actually. And what Dox? What did you call Cruz? Smiley Face Nation? Is that
Yeah,
what you call it?
I mean, it used to be Uha Nation, now I
Right.
Smile, so yeah.
I love it. I'm with it. So yeah, Smiley Face Nation and Mr. Andrade. Yeah, I think they're going to put on a hell of a match. You know, again, it's going to be, you know, going back to the whole competitive thing.
Sure.
And however, as good as Smiley Face Cruz is, I'm going to go with Andrade on this. I think Andrade's going to advance. Plus, I'm just kind of liking what Andrade's doing lately, man. Like, he's kind of like getting his vibe. You know what I mean? He's getting his character, getting who he is.
Yep.
You know, he's getting more confidence, that kind of thing. And he just carries himself with a bigger stature than he really is. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and I really hope that continues for Andrade, because again, I like him and Zelina as well. Like they're both great. So yeah, and I think, you know, Andrade's going to kind of show out on this tournament as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with Andrade on this.
Andrade, I like that pick, most definitely. Andrade is kind of hitting his stride right now. You're absolutely right. In my opinion, I think you're very right. But we're going to throw it over to Dox. How are you feeling about this match, bro? Smiley Face Nation, Apollo Crews going up against Andrade, man, in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament on Tuesday night SmackDown Live. What are you thinking, bro?
This is another match that is going to light the show up. Like, this is probably going to be the best part of SmackDown Live this week. It's two amazing talents. I love Andrade. I love Zelina Vega. Their pairing is the most perfect thing. And I really like Smiley Face Nation. But like I said during the Cedric Alexander bit, he's just a guy that drops the ball on a lot. I think he's going to look great. He might get another mid-card title shot down the line, but I don't really see any long-term implications that he is going to progress much past where he is, at least for the foreseeable future. However, Andrade has a rocket strapped to his back, and I see him going on. I see him doing really well in this tournament and really being a standout star. But, of course, I don't have him winning the whole thing, but he doesn't have to, because his character work and his in-ring work is just that damn good. But, yeah, it's going to be a great match. And, yeah, I've got Andrade, old CN on that.
All right. So we got another pick for Andrade. Good breakdown from our man Dox, absolutely. Moving it right along to the digital deity of the underground. That is Majin. How are you feeling about this match, man? Apollo Crews going up against Andrade. First round of the King of the Ring tournament on Tuesday night, SmackDown Live. What do you think, bro?
Well, I already told you what my third best match would be, and this would be the second best match of the first round.
Okay.
And I believe this is definitely going to Cruz, because personally, I want Andrade out of this tournament and winning the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay.
That's all I got to say about it.
I think the Intercontinental title will look good on Andrade. I don't disagree with that at all. No disputes there at all. I got no issue, because I think he'd be a great mid-card champion. That seems like a good spot for him, and it would be a good spot to groom him for the main event. So I got no problem with that. I think this match is going to be good. I think Apollo and Andrade are going to have a good showing. I think that the matches that WWE put together for this tournament is a great mixture of talent that can really show off, show out, and have good matches. And once again, like I said at the top of this show, that more stars can be created from this tournament, whether they're winning or not. So I think that it's going to be a good one. I personally think Andrade is going to come out just because I haven't seen any steam behind Apollo Crews. Nothing to build on right now. But Andrade, he's starting to catch fire, and I think a lot of people are seeing it. This is going to be a great tournament, guys. It's going to be an exciting tournament, and I'm definitely here for it. I'm excited for Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown for the tournament alone, and that's what we've said so much on this show that WWE needs to do. They need to have matches that matter. Now they have matches that matter. They even have a hook on Tuesday Night SmackDown Live that's going to bring me back. They're starting to slowly do the things that they need to do to prepare for what's about to come in October. We all know what it is. And WWE stepping their game up is absolutely a good thing. This is a wonderful thing, guys. There's nothing to be upset about or mad about. And yes, there's going to be a really, really fun war amongst amongst the fans and amongst the two brands, and they're going to constantly want to outdo each other. It's going to be a battle of the locker rooms, as it were, and it's going to be fun. I'm down for it. I'm excited. Pick your side, guys, because it's fun. This is a fun thing. And for me to say that is for me to say this. Man, there has been a few rumors swirling around social media, and some of it's even been addressed from some of the AEW guys, and that is this. We're going to switch gears a little bit, and that is NXT, one of my favorite brands of all time. That's NXT. There's rumors that a big move is coming very, very soon for NXT, Michael, and that is this. That's the fact that there's rumors that NXT is going to be coming to the USA Network on Wednesday nights. What are you thinking about this possible big deal going on for NXT, man?
Well, it's certainly an interesting move. It would be a logical move for WWE to do it. What would move the proverbial needle to the illogical side would be Vince McMahon overseeing NXT as direct, to spearhead the competition, as it were.
Sure.
Because the day that happens is the day that NXT is done. As what I did find interesting was I do believe they're the only response that AEW has given to this thus far as I know, is one of the Young Bucks replied to somebody, I assume some fan asked him, hey, what's your thoughts on, WWE moving NXT to, Wednesday nights? He was just like, bring it on.
Oh.
So I don't think AEW's honestly sweating it. Honestly, I think that's how AEW needs to be. Don't worry about what WWE is doing. Just be you. Continue doing what's you. You believe what you're doing works. Keep doing what what works, and the people will follow.
I agree.
So, you don't got to do these pot shots and all this stuff with WWE. And, I do believe Cody Rhodes made an interesting quote. I'm not sure what this is. Somebody needs to stop letting Cody Rhodes talk so much in these media things, because, sometimes I think he means well, but, sometimes, I think he kind of gets ahead of himself a little bit. I don't know if I'm misquoting him here, and I don't know. You guys correct me if you guys heard this, or household correct me, guide me right here. But Cody Rhodes, I do believe, was quoted in saying that only around 40% of the AEW roster has been revealed.
40%?
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but I do believe that is something that Cody Rhodes said. So I'm not, I don't know the validity of that.
Sure.
But, it's somewhat interesting. I do feel like, obviously they haven't played all their cards.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
But 40%, man, that's kind of lofty. But anyway, back to
if you think about it, it might be true, because look at the people they signed. They only really signed known names.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And again, I'm sure the cards that they still have up their sleeve are, very high ones.
Yeah, for sure. They've got to fill that mid card out, too.
Oh, for sure. And, and I think All Out's going to shed some light on it, because that's going to be their kickoff show, or, what's going to kick them off into October.
No doubt.
So I think, some answers are going, some of the questions are going to be answered there. But we'll just have to kind of see how it goes in October. When Enzo and Cat show up and piss off everybody.
Oh man! So once again, it's going to be exciting times, guys. We're entering a wrestling renaissance going into 2020.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I do have a slight update. It was Nick Jackson who replied in saying, "Bring it on."
Okay.
To the NXT thing. I just happened to see that. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, you're good. Must have seen it on Twitter or something. Absolutely, man.
I did.
Absolutely. We're entering a wrestling renaissance going into 2020. It's a big thing, big old thing, and wrestling is about to be cool again. It's about to be hip again. For all different age ranges, it's gonna be cool again. It's gonna be it, most definitely. So I want to throw it over to Dox, man. How are you feeling about this, man? How are you feeling about the rumors swirling around that NXT is going to go to Wednesday nights on USA to be competitive and go up against AEW on Wednesday nights? What do you think, bro?
To be honest, it kind of scares the hell out of me because putting NXT on a network, there's going to be a lot of cooks in that kitchen, and I'm afraid that they're going to ruin a beautiful recipe that we already have with NXT.
Yeah.
I don't want it to get watered down and saturated and become, the way we've seen. Granted, the main roster is doing really well right now, but I'm kind of afraid that it's going to saturate the product, and with more people being involved, just leave it to Trips. He knows what he's doing. He's doing really well. Don't ruin my yellow brand. I don't really see them being a hella threat to AEW. AEW is still hip. It's new, and it's not like WWE really pushes NXT unless it's irrelevant to a storyline. So out the gate, I don't see that being an issue for AEW, and I'm excited that there's going to be, another great wrestling show to watch on a more accessible scale. But God, if they ruin it, I'm going to be so pissed.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. I agree with that because I've been so close to NXT for so long. I mean, I've always watched NXT since the very beginning of what it is and what you see it as now. I'm not talking about, I don't even see that game show shit. Yes, technically it was NXT, but that's not the NXT that I was on the very ground floor of. I was there for the merger, so NXT is something I've always paid attention to. It's something that's always interested me, that I feel close to it. You know what I mean? NXT's always been dope to me. But right now, when I'm talking about me right now, we're going to be talking to Majin real quick. And how are you feeling about these rumors swirling around of NXT going to the USA Network on Wednesday nights to compete with AEW on TNT? What do you think, bro?
I hate it. I know it's a distant rumor, but it's a rumor of Vince taking over NXT. So if you combine these two rumors, all they're doing is ruining something else that's a positive image in their company.
Right.
And you're going to do this to compete with the company that basically built their brand up off of the anti-ness of your company. You're only going to hurt yourself even more. So, you have the WWE Network. You don't need the USA Network. I don't know what the WWE is doing with their network, but they're killing it by making NXT non-exclusive to their own brand.
Yep. Good point. That was actually what I was gonna say when it was my turn. So I'm gonna capitalize on that, and I'm gonna say this about it. They have a lot invested in their network, and the last time that we talked about this, Hutch brought up a good point, and he said this: I bet that if you took a poll for all the subscribers for the WWE Network on what it is that you mostly watch, I bet you that NXT and NXT TakeOver would be the head of that list. That's probably their highest rated show on the WWE Network. I mean, I just don't see, with the exception of, big time pay-per-views, but we're talking about weekly episodic shows that get watched. I'm willing to bet it's NXT. So you're hurting your own network by putting NXT on the USA Network just to compete with a brand that you shouldn't technically even be worried about. It's counterproductive in my mind. If people would rather watch NXT, don't you think they already have the network to watch it? So what do you think you're going to do here? I think that if you're going to put it on television, it was smarter to put it on the USA Network than it was than Fox Sports 1. They would have really fucked themselves if they went to Fox Sports 1, in my opinion.
Oh, that would have been foolish.
Yeah, that would have been straight dumb.
Let's go to let's go to a channel that's in a fraction of the number of households. You know what I mean? That is, it just doesn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't have made sense.
But to kind of throw a potential somewhat counterpoint to the whole, because again, the whole NXT being exclusive to the network, why would you change that? It's a very, very valid point.
Yeah.
And I think what WWE is banking on is, and I know this is a stretch and this may garner a chuckle, but I think, just speaking from WWE's perspective,
Sure.
what they are hoping for is that their content on their shows during Raw and SmackDown, these, as I alluded to, this episodic storytelling that they're trying to do again to hook people, they're going to try to draw people to the network on their specials to see potential payoffs of these storylines that they're doing on Raw and SmackDown. So if they structure their storylines to potentially pay off at these specials, it's still going to draw people to the network to see this shit pay off.
Sure.
Be it
because the network updates all results after the match happens. So if you have the network, you're gonna know what happens right after it happens.
Yeah, true. Well, again, I mean, I never said the WWE perspective is logical. But
right.
But I mean, I think that's kind of what they are hoping for. So now whether or not that works, that's going to remain to be seen. But again, valid point. But yeah, what I think Vince should do, even though I don't think his ego will allow this, and honestly, I think this is really their only chance, as it stands right now, of being able to potentially compete with with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Let Triple H continue to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
On USA.
Yep.
Bring exactly what they're doing on the network and just move it over.
I agree
to
with that.
USA. And still have your takeover specials. Hell, you know what? Maybe even do a takeover special on USA. Fuck it. Why not? Or continue to have that on the network too. Whatever it is you want to do, or have it on both. But yeah, let Triple H do it. I think again that's going to be their only chance.
I agree. You gotta let Triple H keep his hands on the product. You got to. And for me, I'm really worried because with the combination of the rumors that Vince is going to put his hands on it and the combination of the rumors that it's going to be coming to the USA Network, that's a recipe for disaster in my eyes. Because if it's coming to weekly television, like not streaming but television, that means Vince's attention is going to be on that, because I don't think Vince gives a shit about streaming. I don't think he gives a shit about the internet. I think he cares about television.
Are you kidding me? Vince don't know what streaming is. He hears streaming. He thinks somebody's talking about taking a piss.
Yeah, and another thing about the NXT USA deal is the fact that the company itself is, the way it's traded, they're not always going to have final say on what can go on NXT TV if it does come to USA.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
You got that as well.
You got that.
And
I'm so worried about this.
That's interesting you bring that up, because, man, they're already putting themselves in one hell of a spot with the being torn between two lovers, so to speak, between USA and Fox.
Oh, man.
Right.
So then you're going to go ahead and, pollute your brand that you actually have total creative control over by muddying it up with this corporate exec network shit.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh,
it's not a good. I'm not an expert. I'm just a mark on a 5-star podcast, but that don't seem like logical math to me.
No, it don't, bro. Dox, where are you at on all this, man?
No, I'm in the same boat as you guys, man. Like I said, it scares the hell out of me, and I don't want that many cooks in the kitchen. I don't want Vince to get his hands on it. I don't want them to ruin my brand.
For sure.
I love being able to go down to Indianapolis, go to the Egyptian Room, sit front row for $40 at an NXT live show, and take a selfie with Johnny Gargano.
Big
I
facts.
love that experience. It gives you an indie show feel on a grander stage, and it's perfect. I don't. If it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it?
Facts.
And I get it.
Yep.
AEW is a big, scary thing. You're a billion-dollar company. Don't be scared, and don't ruin my fucking yellow brand.
That's all you need to say, bro, because I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately worried. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm excited for the talent that's in NXT, but, man, I'm just so worried that they're going to mess it up. Vince is going to Vince all over NXT, and I don't need that. And
yeah, pal.
Yeah, good shit, pal. And
Good shit.
I'm just
Everybody's getting a gimmick. Everybody.
Adam Cole, you say, baby, we're going to dress you in a diaper.
And we're going to... And Adam Cole and Michael Cole's actually going to be your dad. It's going to be great, pal.
Good shit, pal. If they do that, and make Michael Cole his dad, I'm full-time AEW, bro.
Baby.
What were you saying, Majin?
So that's Michael Cole's baby.
Baby. Oh, God. Oh, man. Just don't mess with my brand. Absolutely. Just don't mess with it. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Last thing we need is some prick with a huge ego and doesn't and has no social conscience whatsoever coming and doing his thing all over NXT. And speaking,
hold up.
Oh yeah.
Hold up though. I think we're forgetting the X factor in this though. Just one more thing.
What's that?
And actually I really didn't mean to make a pun here, but I guess I kind of sort of did with the whole X thing, the XFL. Vince is going to be occupied with this XFL thing come in 2020, right?
Yeah, yep.
So again, that makes me think, is Vince really going to possibly take the time to even bother with NXT? You know, so hopefully, you know, that kind of goes back to hopefully Triple H is able to do it. You know, that's
absolutely.
So yeah, but again, I just hope Vince keeps his hands off of it because again, once Vince gets his hands on it, it's over.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be done, bro. It is going to be done. Once again, like I said, we don't need him doing this thing all over NXT. It's just not needed. Everything feels right with it right now, and yeah, we don't need Vince McMahon touching this. I think in the coming week we're gonna find out if these rumors are true about NXT going to the USA Network. I think we're going to see that in these next few days, this week. I think we'll figure something out, but that's yet to be seen. And since we pretty much talked everything that we could talk about that, there's one last thing that we have to talk about. And Michael, I'm going to let you go ahead and take the reins on this thing, man.
Yeah, what's that? What are we talking about?
Oh, your boy MJF just keeps pushing boundaries.
I didn't know if we was going to talk about it on the show, man, because again, it's kind of touchy. I kind of feel, I'm not that kind of heel, man. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. MJF.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
This man. There's a picture floating around of MJF being, MJF. Full with with the scarf and all that.
Yeah.
He's standing next to a fan, I assume. A fan, was at some convention, I think it was. Honestly, I'm not sure of the location. And, it's a special needs fan. I'll say that. I don't want to go any further. And MJF is ever so subtly standing there with this stank-ass look on his face while giving this fan the finger.
He just flips him off, bro. What is happening? Who's going to stop this man?
Like, fuck him. Fuck him, too.
He's a prick. He's a complete prick.
He's an asshole. He is an asshole. Like, I swear, if this wasn't wrestling, I'm telling you, man, I wouldn't piss on this dude if he was on fire, man. Like, he is an asshole.
He's an ass, man. Dude.
Because this is the art of pro wrestling, I can't help but love this detestable prick. Again, he's great.
Character all the way through. The guy tweeted him, "It was great meeting you and all these people at C4 wrestling convention," and MJF replied, "Whatever, loser." And that's it. No more from him.
That's it. It's a wrap. He's like, he took the time to do that.
This dude is going to be... Oh, God, put this guy on my TV every Wednesday night. Seriously.
Oh,
Maxwell Jacob Friedman is going to push the boundaries, and he's going to push those keyboard warriors into writing some strongly worded emails to AEW. They're going to be pissed. The social justice warriors are going to absolutely hate this guy, and I think that he is going to reinvent the heel in professional wrestling because I understand the day and age that we live in, where everybody's offended by something, and you always have to keep your head on a swivel, especially being on social media. This is a guy that just don't give a fuck. He just don't care.
On the podcast.
Like this is a drum that I will beat just as much as saying that Brock Lesnar's fucking legit. MJF, the reason why MJF will be an amazing heel, just like you said, Con, he's gonna just like you said, Con, about reinventing the heel and all that. He doesn't give a fuck if anybody likes him.
Yep.
He's not trying to be nice on Twitter. He's not playing a character on TV and then taking Snapchat pictures and selfies with the people that he's competing with.
Right.
He's out there being a dick to all the people that he's working with. He's being a dick to the people that he meets. No matter their abilities, disabilities, whatever, he's going to flip you off and tell you to fuck off, because he's MJF, right?
Yep.
He's a heel. I mean, again, this man had people throwing piss at him.
Straight up piss, bro. Straight piss, bro.
Again, meaning somebody's like, I'm so mad at you, I'm going to pull my dick out in public and I'm going to pee in this bottle and I'm going to throw it at you.
I'm going to piss. Come on, bro.
I ain't never been that mad at anybody in my life.
Ever. Ever.
Ever.
Nobody's ever made me
Give
that
him
mad.
that R. Kelly treatment.
They give him the R. Kelly treatment. Dox, man, you're hearing this, man. What are you thinking, bro?
Can MJF adopt me as his little brother or something? The boy's a year older than I am, and he is the best damn heel of this generation or any generation. He is my number one because he's like Tyler Mint with the Madhouse Championship. He doesn't give a fuck.
Facts.
And I love it. I am here for it. I'm always going to be here for it. Like you said, I want him on my TV every week. I want him harassing me on Twitter every day. I want to be part of the hate. I'm a lowlife, but he's a prick, and he is the best at it. 23 years old, and fucking controversial statement going to be an unpopular opinion. The Rock's best heel run can't touch MJF in my book because he fucking lives it.
Well, yeah, he does live it. He does live it. That's a huge part of it.
He's the damn Daniel Day-Lewis of being a professional wrestling asshole. He method acts like a motherfucker to the point where at this stage in my life, seeing it live, seeing a fan about jump the rail and get his ass beat at an MLW show,
oh my gosh.
At this point, you got to wonder if it's a character, if he's just so damn charismatic that he gets away with it. He might legitimately be that bad of a person, and I'd buy it, and I'd still love it.
Yep. Hell, the truth of the matter is, we've been here for this type of thing. That's what made me a Baron Corbin fan, is how hard he swerved us at NXT when we went. You know what I mean? I'm sitting over here watching a dude pissed off in Chicago trying to jump the rail, security stopping him, and MJF has his back turned to this guy I don't give a fuck. Try to jump the rail, see what happens. This dude is it's crazy.
And that dude was white hot. Talking about, you saw the vein popping out in his forehead.
Yes.
He was yelling. Neck was all red. Dude was pissed.
He was fucking pissed, bro.
Wife was trying to hand him his nachos back. Dude wasn't having it. Dude was just pissed.
Oh my gosh. MJF, like I said, that's one reason to watch AEW. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to watch AEW. So if you're not hip to it, you better get hip to it, because AEW is going to be amazing, no doubt in my mind. But MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, is going to be a huge part of it, and I'm super excited for what he's going to do and what AEW is going to bring to the table. And I think we brought to the table a really great episode, in my opinion. It's been great, it's been fun, but we're going to have to call this one a really great episode. And with that being said, it's time for me to give you guys the floor to plug anything that you want to plug. And I'm going to start with the digital deity of the underground. That is Majin Messiah. Go ahead and plug away, my friend.
I'll give you guys a break this time. I'm not going to plug anything, but next time I'm plugging a bunch of shit.
You're going to plug a whole bunch of shit, but definitely check him out. He
gave us a hook for his social media. I fucking love Majin.
I know, man. I know. Just straight you know what? Nah, I'm good. But next time, I'll throw it out there. I can dig it. But definitely check him out. Definitely check him out patrolling the In Your House page. Definitely killing it. 20,000 strong following. I mean, you can't deny that work. That's straight work right there. So definitely, Majin, it was great having you on again, man, and we're looking forward to the next time that you come on, bro.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Love it when Majin comes on and brings that New York swag. But now we're going to throw it to Cleveland, and it's time for the Cleveland kid to plug anything that he wants to plug. That is Dox. Go ahead and plug away, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Riddle Club, and household alike, this is your boy, the lowlife, the Cleveland Street Rat himself, the EP of In Your House, Dox, and I am here to let you know that a bunch of changes are coming to In Your House and household entertainment as a whole. We have a pricing chart out now for our services being prostituted out like my mother as a child. And we have new merch on both Pro Wrestling Tees and on my own personal Spreadshirt site. And not only that, we have the Madhouse Championship bot ordered, designed, coming. And if you feel like we've been dry on content and we're about to wet your lips and you can suck off a piece of In Your House, riddle me that.
Yes, that is the EP of In Your House. You heard him, guys. A lot of big changes coming. It's going to be super exciting. Oh, yes, we're reformatting some things for you guys, the household, to chew on, and you don't want to miss this heavy flow of content that is coming to In Your House, household entertainment. We do have a pricing chart. We're definitely going to break that down and share that as much as we possibly can. So definitely be looking at that pricing chart a few times a day. If you're not down with it, sorry, but we're going to keep sharing it because we got talents to get out there, and we got to get people compensated for this hard work that we're all putting in, most definitely. And with that being said, I'm going to throw it over to the co-host of the In Your House show, and that is my man Mikey Hutch, Ultimate Sin. Go ahead and plug away, bro.
Well, thank you very much for that, Con. And you guys can catch me. You guys can follow me rather on the Twitter that I'm doing a fantastic job of neglecting. Haven't tweeted it, God knows when, but you can go ahead and follow me on there, and actually, you know what? More importantly, go ahead and follow me on the Instagram. I've actually been rather active on there.
Yeah.
And first off, on the Twitter, you can follow me at Hutch IYH. Give me a follow. I'll probably tweet on there at some point. I promise. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, back to the Instagram thing. You follow me at Hutch In Your House. It's spelled just like the show. Share I've actually been sharing some really cool video game artwork lately. One of the pictures I shared on there is a Geodude from Pokemon. It says, Geodude used self-destruct, and he's sitting at a bar with a shot glass, a cigarette in his hand. He's looking sad. So yeah, that's a high-quality content you can get on my Instagram page, so give me a follow there. But, back to the close here. You know what we always say here, regardless of what brand you represent, what brand you cheer for, what brand you boo, be it WWE, AEW, OWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan, it doesn't matter. We are Legion. We are wrestling. We are one. Thank you very much for listening. We'll catch you next time.
You heard it from the co-host, my esteemed co-host of the In Your House show. We are one. One of the great slogans on this show. Absolutely. And you guys want to see and hear all the great content that we're going to be pushing out. Check out something that we put out just a few days ago from our shoot at Dragon Horde's Coin and Gaming. We go there every Thursday, and we have just amazing sessions where we make magic, whether it be OWE Weekly or it be In Your House. Right now we're going to be putting full focus and force behind In Your House. That is our new direction that we're going to be going in, and we're going to be taking some interesting twists and turns. And some of the videos that you've seen, you saw You saw Hutch. He went live on Instagram, and we flipped that into a really cool video. Be looking out for more stuff like that, more behind the scenes, because we got to show you some more of that work and show you what we're capable of and show you what we can do. So I wanted to throw that out there, absolutely, that you guys are going to be getting a healthy flow of content exclusively from In Your House. And we're just going to keep putting in that work, and people are going to see it, and they're going to see the work that we're putting in, and the opportunities are going to flow. I guarantee that that's going to happen. So, guys, this was another great episode, but that is just what we do here at In Your House. You already know what we do. What is it? Oh, yeah, that's right. We give you that work. So, let you guys know where you guys can listen to this at. You guys can listen to this at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's all right. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we get to you. Check us out, October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of the entire event, and if you can't make it, but we really want you to make it, check it out on Fight TV with your boy, Khan, on commentary with Jason Saint. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Oh, yes, we have all kinds of new merch coming at you. Be ready for the smoke. You guys already know what it is. We got the Madhouse Championship coming through. You definitely want to follow everything that's going down with this crazy, insane title. Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, well, we still going mighty damn strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.